Hi, and welcome to Rocket Metal Invasion. My name is Steve. Coming up on the show today, I'm doing a reaction video to the latest Kiss video, Kiss reflecting on the past, present, and future as a new era begins. This was released quite recently and is a bit of a follow-up, I guess, after they announced that they were, basically going to be reborn as avatars. They just completed their very final concert, but it may not actually be the end for Kiss, as they may now be immortal, as they are talking about, as these avatars. Exactly what that means, I'm not exactly sure at this point, but they've released this video where it looks like the tech guys are basically getting together with Kiss to talk about it and also talk about their career. And it has quite an interesting start where they walk in and these tech guys, notice a very big book.
Wow. It's the problem with it is it could crush somebody. But it's got these amazing images, and you know.
How many copies you made of this?
It was very few. It was quite expensive.
A few thousand.
And try to lift it.
So Paul says he didn't know how many were made, but it was expensive. I'm not sure if he's meaning it was expensive to make or expensive to buy. Gene then says, it was a few thousand. Well, I never even heard about the book, but I looked it up and it's actually, there was only 1,000 made. It was put out in like 2012. It's called the Kiss Monster book. And it was definitely expensive to buy, like over $4,000 if you wanted to buy it. So no wonder I've never heard of it. But there we go. So, so that was the intro there, talking about a Kiss book that probably most Kiss fans can't afford. And then, I think it's probably fair to say both Paul and Gene have a pretty healthy-sized egos, no doubt about that. But they're actually not human, or they've transcended being human beings, and they are now, by the sounds of it, going to become immortal.
That's what brought us to you. I think we've transcended over the years being human beings, and here we are becoming immortal.
So not only are they going to be immortal, but supposedly they haven't changed at all. Check this out.
Has been enhanced and almost validated by the makeup, because somebody coming to see us 40 years on, 50 years on goes, my God, they haven't changed. Yeah. That's not always easy. And that's perhaps why we're reaching a point where people are going, well, why stop? Why stop?
You don't think perhaps those people who saw you 40 years ago and are now seeing you now are thinking, hold on, those aren't the two guys I saw 40 years ago? People are going, why stop? Are they really?
Yeah, generational things where kids can love it, grown-ups, and even granddad can love it. And if you know nothing about Kiss, it's going to be the best concert you've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, because the music is only part of it. Our music is maybe the calling card, but there are people who don't like the music but love the band.
Yes, I totally agree that, Kiss do span the ages, absolutely. But if you know nothing about Kiss, it's going to be the greatest concert you've ever seen. Not so sure about that one. Paul then says, there are people who don't love the music, but they love the band. There are? If there are, that's really weird.
Here we are on the end of the road tour, the farewell, and I dare say that a lot of other bands doing the same thing will not have an audience with tears in their eyes.
So all this in the first 6 minutes. And then we hear quite a lot of business talk between Gene and Paul and these tech guys. It's almost like a real business meeting. Like you can imagine this was kind of like the meeting that they had when they were putting this whole thing together. The thing is, Kiss were always going to be immortal. They didn't need these avatars or anything like that to become immortal. They do perhaps need these guys, though, if they want to keep those revenue streams flowing. But here's the good news. I own Kiss.
Stop. Well, the band will never stop because we don't own the band. The fans own the band. The world owns the band.
I'm looking forward to getting my cut. Anyway, then a little bit later on, there's a slightly awkward moment.
And then throwing glitter on it.
Did you create the logo?
Ace created the logo, the whole idea of what you see. What ultimately wound up on everything to this day, including that, is actually mine. I did that.
Anyway, I then find out that the S, or the two S's, are not identical. There's some slight differences. I'm not sure if I knew that or not, but anyway, I now do know that. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to carry on. I know it's easy to make fun sometimes of these sort of things, and you know, I'm taking it a little bit out of context, but I'll tell you what, it's just amazing the confidence that they have in themselves and the way that they are able to communicate this confidence. And they definitely know that they're a big band and they're very important. And yes, they do respect the fans, and I think that that's absolutely true. But they're also a business, aren't they? And you can tell that, as most people I think predicted, that yes, it might be the end of the road for Kiss as a touring band, but you just knew that there was no way that they were not going to come up with something, whether it was going to be dressing other people up, and that might still happen as Kiss, or what's going to happen, at least for the time being, it's going to be some sort of digital thing. Anyway, I look forward to seeing how it develops. That's just my little take on this video. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.